It's Sunday, September 13, 2020. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Welcome to LCJ Live. Happy start to the football season. It is Football Sunday. Fly, Eagles, fly. Here's a throwback with Andy Reid right here, former coach. I got him as a bobblehead. Got a lot of Eagles merchandise around. Coming up, we'll get into the box office. Some results have been revealed so far from this weekend, plus a preview of new content heading your ways this week, including new movies, new shows, new LCJ Q&A podcast episode, and more. Also going to talk about my experience virtually of traveling to the Toronto International Film Festival. Watched a movie last night, and we will get into all of that here coming up on LCJ Live. As always, send in your questions, your comments. Go Eagles today. What are you thinking of some of these new movies out? Did you see The Broken Hearts Gallery? Well, Sony is only estimating a $1.125 million opening weekend for The Broken Hearts Gallery, playing in about 2,200 locations, so a $510 per screen average. Not great results for a film that is not good at all. It is one of the worst rom-coms I have seen in the past 15 years, my entire time as a film critic. It is annoying, it is not believable, it is distant, it is wacky, goofy, over the top, everything cliched you can imagine with rom-coms is in this movie, The Broken Hearts Gallery, and clearly audiences not responding to it. Again, just 1.1 million. Now, other movies that have their box office results in: New Mutants, another $2.1 million, and Unhinged, another $1.5 million this weekend. Of course, the Big Daddy, Tenet. Warner Brothers still has not released their box office results. I gotta say, every decision that Warner Brothers has made since they announced we are officially putting this movie out, August 31st was the opening day, and then September 3rd was the official one, but they started screenings when I saw it on the 31st. Every single decision that has been made since then has been a terrible one. Hiding the box office results, not allowing this movie to play in certain drive-ins, restricting access to certain theaters and markets around the country, and just the way they're going about it, moving Wonder Woman 1984 because they're disappointed by the Tenet box office results. What were you expecting? Were you expecting a $50, $75 million opening weekend? What were you expecting? So every decision that Warner Brothers has made since then has been a terrible one. I disagree with it. You can put out two movies at once. Like, people want to go see some movies. First of all, Christopher Nolan's movies, while they have made money, are not the most mainstream films in the world. A film like Wonder Woman is more mainstream. So that would have been your real test for mainstream. You can also put out Wonder Woman and Tenet at the same time. As I noted a couple days ago on my Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Warner Brothers released 5 new movies over 7 weeks at the end of last year. Okay, they weren't afraid, they didn't used to be, afraid of going up against each other with certain movies, going after certain audiences and things like that. But now they're like, nope, we're just moving Wonder Woman to Christmas. It'll be a week after Dune for now. Of course, that's not going to last. And we want Tenet because we spend so much money on Tenet. We need it to make as much money as possible. But the momentum is going to fade. Even as theaters expand, more theaters will get Tenet over the next several weeks. The momentum's going to fade because the movie isn't that great. As I talked about here last week on LCJ Live, it's a forgettable film. So they're making all the wrong decisions right now. I'm surprised, and yet I'm not surprised. But that's where we're at. So we'll see if the Tenet money comes in as I'm here on LCJ Live right now. I would expect a weekend gross of about $10 million. Maybe less than that for what's happening with Tenet. But again, what were they thinking? Were they thinking it was going to be an absolute juggernaut out of the gate? No. But the reviews, the mixed reviews and the reactions do not help the situation at all. So that's where we're at here with Tenet. Now, let's talk about the Toronto International Film Festival. I am so thankful to the folks at Cartoon Saloon and G-Kids and production companies and other places for allowing me to attend it virtually last night to watch a new animated film coming soon to Apple TV Plus called Wolf Walkers. And I want to show you this. My parents went to the Toronto International Film Festival 30 years ago, the 15th year of TIFF, and this is the program. I'm waiting to see it here come up on my feed here. But this is the program that they got, and I'm still looking through for Toronto International Film Festival. Some films they saw include a movie called Trust, also Metropolitan. There were some other ones. There was a Clint Eastwood film. This, again, is 1990 at the Toronto International Film Festival. And I love in here, let's see if I can pull them up. They showed Fantasia. They did a showing of that, and you have the Buena Vista Canada office ad. There's some other great studio ads in this. Let me see if I can find them. Have you ever been to the Toronto Film Festival? If you wanted to go to Toronto, let me know here in the questions and comments. Warner Brothers congratulates the Festival of Festivals on their 15th anniversary. Check this out. There you go, Warner Brothers ad. Again, this program from TIFF, 30 years old. And so I love going through this and taking a look through all this. And some of the movies did make names for themselves, and some of the actors, directors, their first films here listed in this program. So really cool to have this. And so, yes, virtually last night I was able to go to TIFF to check out Wolfwalkers. And what was so cool about the experience, not only is the movie good, but also, before the film started, they showed some ads. It was like being in a theater. They showed some TIFF-sponsored ads. It was like, wow, I'm at a film festival. I'm at this. This is really cool to experience. Because this year, I won't be able to go to Film Columbia, which I've gone to every year since 2012. Down at the Crandall Theater in Chatham, New York, nearby. I've been seeing a lot of early awards contenders there for years, but they canceled that a couple months ago, so unfortunately won't be able to experience that. And some other film festivals, the Berkshire one and Woodstock, are being altered, not happening, things like that. So it was nice to feel like I was at a legitimate film festival, but in my own house last night. So I thank them very much. Wolfwalkers, this would probably get some major Best Animated Feature consideration this award season. Cartoon Saloon's done The Breadwinner, Secret of Kells, several other animated films over the years, and wouldn't be surprised if this gets enough attention to potentially be on the Oscar ballots, the Annie ballots, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes, BAFTAs, maybe. Depends on how many people see it, but it'll be released on Apple TV Plus later this year. Very distinct look to it, different looks to the different characters, and the way that the directors of this film play with depth is something I really haven't seen before in an animated film. So that's what really impresses me. Wolfwalkers is coming later this year to Apple TV Plus. Again, a major Best Animated Feature contender. So that's playing right now virtually at the Toronto International Film Festival. New LCJ Q&A podcast episode tomorrow with Scott Creamer. He's the executive producer and showrunner of the new Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous animated series that premieres this Friday, September 18th on Netflix. Talk with Scott about all things Jurassic. Steven Spielberg coming into DreamWorks to talk with them for about an hour about the entire Jurassic World, Jurassic Park universe, giving them some ideas and some thoughts on what they could do with the series, making the show, the dinosaurs, getting them just right. And this guy, Scott Creamer, he was one of the main writer-producer guys of the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards for many years that I used to watch when I was younger. And he tells some interesting anecdotes about working with the celebs and the slime and doing the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. So if you're into that, listen to this new LCJ Q&A podcast episode with Scott Creamer coming at you tomorrow on my social media platforms and lights-camera-jackson.com in the podcast section. As we're waiting here for potential box office results, what's up, Popcorn Picks? Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Football season is officially underway. How long will it last? That is the big question. That's what everybody is wondering at this point. How long will football season last? Well, we're at least getting in one Sunday today, and we had the football game a couple nights ago on NBC. Did all right. It ended up doing more than 20 million viewers at its peak, and so it became only the second program since the Super Bowl, I think I read, that earned more than $20 million. Second network, $20 million viewers network program. The other being the Oscars, which barely got over that 20 million viewer mark earlier this year. So yeah, football's back. People want to watch it, no question about it. And we've got Sunday Night Football and lots of other things happening today. Again, 1 week away now from the 72nd annual Primetime Emmy Awards, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. It's going to be a virtual show this year. He'll be in control. People at the theater will be in control of pressing all these buttons to get into celebs' homes. And that's going to be happening next Sunday, 8 p.m. on ABC. I will give you my Emmy predictions. That'll be a blog post in midweek, and we'll go through the Emmy predictions here next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern right here on LCJ Live. It'll be exciting to go through them. If you're an entertainment person, this is something you've been looking forward to for a while, just for a change of pace. from everything else going on. An award show, legitimate award show, is happening next Sunday with the Emmys. Here's a big question. We'll get into this next week. How big will the viewership be? The Emmys hit an all-time low last year of 6.9 million viewers, way down from the previous low of 10.2 million. Will there be some people who are curious to see how this goes and will tune in, or because it's going up against football and some other stuff, will it go lower than that 6.9 million? We'll make some predictions and talk about that next Sunday here on LCJ Live. Got a new review right now at lights-camera-jackson.com. Film called Blackbird. Watched this, I think, a month ago now. Susan Sarandon, Kate Winslet, Sam Neill, Rainn Wilson, Lindsay Duncan, Mia Wasikowska. What a cast. It's directed by Roger Michell, who did Notting Hill and Morning Glory and Hyde Park on Hudson. It's a new film. It's about a tough subject. It's about assisted suicide. And so my review of the film is up right now on the website. This is screening tomorrow night and Tuesday night in select theaters nationwide through Fathom Events. Yes, they're back, and the theaters that have Fathom Events availability are showing Blackbird tomorrow night and Tuesday night. So is it worth going to the theater to see it if a theater is open near you? Check out my review right now of Blackbird. Popcorn Picks wants to know my favorite sports movie. These seem like his or her top five. Popcorn Picks, his top five. Slapshot, Bad News Bears, 1976 version. The Natural, Moneyball, and Hoosiers. Hoosiers would be in my top five. Moneyball, here's the thing about Moneyball. By the way, Field of Dreams would be up there for me. Invincible is good. There have been some other sports movies over the years. Here's the thing about Moneyball. Love Jonah Hill. So glad Jonah Hill got an Oscar nomination for it. Departure, change of pace for him. No question about it. But it's a talky film, and it's a film I have a hard time connecting to emotionally. So I don't love Moneyball. Love Jonah Hill in it. Don't love Moneyball. DJ Rachopo, I think the Emmys viewership was low last year since they didn't have a host. Also, when you look at the stats over the years of how the Primetime Emmys has done, Fox has seemed to be the lowest anyway, so we're back on ABC, we're back on one of the core three, and maybe last time it was on ABC with Kimmel as host, it was 11.3 million. So I'm personally thinking it'll be somewhere between that 6.9 and 11.3. We will see. But yeah, not having a host the first time helped the Oscars. Not having a host the second time didn't help the Oscars. Not having a host the first time did not help the Emmys. Maybe because there's Kimmel as the host. People like Kimmel. Again, we'll have to see, but I'm looking forward to it. Who are you rooting for this NFL season? Let me know here. Twitter at LCJ Reviews. Comment right now, right here on LCJ Live. What's up? JD Muru, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Want to give a shout out to my man Jeremy Parsons, who's going to be the New York correspondent for the new People TV show that is starting up. Here's the thing about the People TV show. If you're in one of 14 markets around the country where Meredith Corporation owns the television stations, including one in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is not too far away from me, you'll be able to watch the People TV show. It's kind of like a new version of Entertainment Tonight. You'll be able to watch the half-hour show wherever the time slot is for it. But if you're not in one of those 14 markets, then you got to watch it online. Just like the People Now show that was online for about 6 years. So that starts up tomorrow. All my best to Jeremy. He's a great guy. Happy for him to be the New York correspondent for this new People TV show. What's up, Perry Yo? Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Going to try to see if Warner Brothers releases the box office results for Tenet. My guess is they won't, because they were very hesitant on doing it last weekend. And just scrolling through here to see if the news has come out yet. They waited until about 1:30 last weekend on Sunday to release the money for Tenet. A film that I saw now, let's see, 2 weeks ago tomorrow will be when I went to see Tenet. Was one of 6 people there. Didn't know, still don't know how much money it exactly made on that day. Something like this has never happened before. But we're in a year of things that have never happened before, where the studios haven't released daily box office results like this for a major movie. But we're in unprecedented times, of course. And so we get that here. Now, some of the other big movies that are hitting the festival circuit include Ammonite, another Kate Winslet movie. This one also with Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan, maybe she finally wins an Oscar this time. But again, and I'll get to this in a second, Nomadland, Frances McDormand has been playing the digital festival circuit and has been doing very well. Fox Searchlight has this coming out as of now, December 4. But here's the big question. We are still 7.5 months away from the Academy Awards. 7.5 months. Feels like an eternity, doesn't it? Are these movies that are now like Nomadland getting popular now, getting, oh my gosh, surefire, across the board Oscar contender, are they still going to have the momentum in 7.5 months? I don't know. You know, it's so unpredictable. Obviously, award season is always unpredictable, but because it is so far away, I'm just not feeling a lot right now. When I do my LCJ Movie Awards, which I have booked for Sunday, January 31st, I'm counting 2020 movies only. I'm not doing the whole January, February cutoff thing, special, whatever. No, I'm not doing that for the LCJ Movie Awards. I'm just going to look at the films released theatrically, television, streaming, VOD, whatever you want to call it, from January 31st of this year to December 31st of this year. Whatever was released in between that time. So if Wonder Woman gets pushed to January, February, obviously you probably won't be able to see it before the end of the year, but I'm not counting it, I'm not extending it. So I'm focusing on the films that are coming out before December 31st, at least in my mind mentally. Now, as of now, that is Nomadland, but again, because it's not coming out till December, 3 months from now, then the 4 months until the Academy Awards, and the other ones start early. It's going to be long, it's going to be drawn out, and I'm not sure. We could end up seeing 4 winning acting performances of movies that come out at the end of February. I mean, I could easily see Jennifer Hudson winning again for playing Aretha Franklin. If I put money on it now, I'd say, yeah, she'll probably win again. Probably. Even though we got Frances McDormand and Kate Winslet and some others, yeah, just go ahead and give it to Jennifer Hudson. Now, some other performances people talk about, Chadwick Boseman, maybe for Defy Bloods gets in there for supporting actor. I'm not sure. Again, how are things going to be in 6 or 7 months from now? It's really too early to tell. Popcorn Picks, Nomadland is the movie for these times. Serious, gorgeous, unique, anchored by an unforgettable lead. All right, so Popcorn Picks really likes Nomadland. I hope I like it. I really do. But will it have that momentum in 7.5 months? It's just way too early to tell. It's way too early to think about that. Right now, I'm thinking about the movies I'm seeing this week and maybe next week and planning out a little ahead, but it's hard to think at such a distance. I think in this time we're in right now, we got to just be thinking about the here and now and doing things safely, staying positive through all of this and enjoying our lives. And maybe I'm being a little overdramatic in saying that, but in some ways I'm not. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking advantage. If you're in upstate New York today, it's a beautiful Sunday. A tad chilly. We're starting to get colder temps, but enjoy it. You know, enjoy the outside. Enjoy watching football. Enjoy watching television and movies. Keep watching good stuff. And I'm going to keep giving you recommendations of films and shows to check out. Like Ted Lasso. If you haven't checked out Ted Lasso yet on Apple TV+, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's really good. Now, if you do want to wait until the 10th episode and then binge all 10, I binged 7 of them. I binged 3 and then the last 7. Then you have to wait till October 2. But if you're waiting till then, do it and watch the show because it is fantastic and could be up for Emmys next year for the comedy categories. It's great. So, that's where we're at. Next Sunday, it'll be fun. We'll preview the Emmy Awards, make some predictions. As always, go to lights-camera-jackson.com. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson, YouTube.com/LightsCameraJackson. New LCJ Q&A tomorrow. Also, some new Animation Scoop Q&As have been up for the last few days, and some more on the way. Check them out, animationscoop.com. And go to a drive-in if you haven't been to one yet this summer. If you're in upstate New York, clock's ticking a little bit because it's going to get to colder weather and they're going to have to close down for the season. So take advantage of a drive-in if there's something you want to see near you. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Go Eagles! #FlyEaglesFly. Thank you for watching LCJ Live. Thank you for being here. And wow, we're almost halfway through September already. That is crazy. We'll be back next Sunday for an Emmys preview. That'll be fun. Thanks for being here on the show. Take care. And I'll see you next Sunday for more. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.